Hello students, today we will study the stereochemical aspects of nucleophilic substitution reactions of haloalkanes. Okay, of haloalkanes we will study how nucleophilic substitution reactions they are taking place and what is the stereochemical aspects of that. So if we talk about the one which is SN1 reaction. SN1 means nucleophilic. This is substitution. This is nucleophilic. This is 1 means unimolecular. 1 means unimolecular. See here, if we are talking about this SN1 reaction, this nucleophilic substitution reaction, it depends its rate. It depends only upon the molar concentration of the substrate. It only depends upon the molar concentration of the substrates, not upon the attacking nucleophile. Okay, the nucleophile which is attacking here, the concentration or the rate of the reaction, it does not depend upon the concentration of the attacking nuclei. It only depends upon the concentration of the substrate. That's why this is the first order reaction. Okay, and the rate of reaction, if we are talking about the rate law, it will only dependent upon the concentration of the substrate. Suppose we are taking an example where, see, this we have taken CH3, 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 and here it is Br. Okay, here 2-bromo 2-methyl propane. It is 2-bromo 2-methyl propane, and suppose OH is the nucleophile which is attacking here. Since we know that OH, it is the more stronger nucleophile as compared to the halogen which is attached over here, that is Br, bromide. Okay, so what will happen, this OH will substitute this Br from here and we will get an alcohol. So how this reaction will take place? The first step which will take here, it is the removal of this Br from here. So see, if Br will be removed from here, then what we will obtain? We will obtain this, and along with this positive charge over this carbon. This is it means a carbocation is formed and this Br will be removed from here. This step, it is the slowest step, and since it is the slowest step, it is the rate determining step. This step is the rate determining step, and in this step, see what has happened. A carbocation is formed and Br, it has been removed from here. Now what will happen? Now we have got this carbocation here. This attacking species, this attacking nucleophile will now attack this carbocation like this. This is a carbocation, and this OH minus, will attack this positive site, which is the electron deficient site, and since it is having an excess of electron, so it will attack this site and we will obtain what? Alcohol will be formed. Okay, so see what happened here. This is the first step. So what is happening here, that when the stronger nucleophile it is attacking a carbon, this haloalkane, it will be removed from here. This Br minus, it will take away both the electrons and it will form Br minus, and it will leave a carbocation here, and now this carbocation is attacked by the incoming nucleophile or the attacking species. Now see what will happen. This is how SN1 reaction is taking place. But now we will study about the stereochemical aspects of this. This we have studied what is happening here in the SN1 reaction, and one more thing, that tertiary alkyl halide, if we are talking about, since it is a tertiary alkyl halide, see the carbon to which halogen is attached, this carbon is attached to 3 more carbon atoms. This is a tertiary haloalkane, and tertiary haloalkane undergo substitution by SN1 reaction. Okay, when I'll explain you SN2 reaction, then you'll come to know why tertiary haloalkane, they do not undergo with the SN2 mechanism. Now we will study about the stereochemical aspects. See, what will happen now is, what is the stereochemistry, or in class 11th you have studied about the optical activity of the molecule. Yes. Now see, here if you are talking about the stereochemistry, like the intermediate species which was formed there, like the carbocation, they are planar species. Okay, they are the planar species. And now see what will happen. Suppose we are having a structure like this. We are here, it is a methyl group. Here this is a hydrogen, and here one more group is attached over here, and this group is CH2 CH3 group. Okay, suppose this group is these all are present over here like this. 1, 2, 3 and 4 carbons are here, and to second carbon bromine is attached. Now this can also be written like, when bromine will be removed from here, the carbocation which is formed, it can be written like this also, CH3. Here if we'll see, we'll get this will orient itself like this, CH2 CH3, and the hydrogen will be attached here like this, and this is a carbocation, and along with this Br minus will be removed from here. So we will obtain a carbocation here. Yes, if this carbocation is optically active, then in that case we will obtain the two isomers, or the enantiomers we will obtain, and they both enantiomers will be in the ratio of 1:1. Means dextrorotatory and levorotatory, two we will obtain, and they both will be in the ratio of 1:1. And when we will obtain the two enantiomers and they are in the ratio of 1:1, that mixture is called a racemic mixture. This you have studied earlier also. This is called a racemic mixture. Now we'll see how this orientation, or how this stereochemistry will take place. Now see, this we have obtained. Now if we are having this, then the incoming OH minus can attack this from two sides. The one will be this side, then the orientation will be shifted back a little bit, and the second one is this side from which it can attack. If it will attack from this side, then this is called a rear attack, and if it will attack from this side, this is called the front attack or the frontal attack. Okay, now we'll see how this will happen. Suppose we are having this structure here, this CH3, this is here CH2 CH3. Yes, this is a carbocation here, and hydrogen is attached over here. If the structure is like this and OH minus is attacking this carbocation, then two products will be formed. See, if it will attack from this rear side, if it will attack from the attack will be the rear attack, then what we will get, see, it means it will attack from this side. If it is attacking from this side, it means what we will obtain, this OH will be attached over here, and this hydrogen will orient itself towards the opposite direction. Okay, what will happen here, this hydrogen which is present over here, it will orient itself towards here, and the incoming OH will be attached over here. Means the structure which will obtain, it's CH3 here, this. Okay, then see this CH2 CH3 which is here. Now this hydrogen will orient itself towards here, this hydrogen, and now OH will attach itself towards here. This, when the attack is the rear attack, when it is attacking this carbocation from the left side. Now if it is attacking the carbocation from this side, the frontal attack, if it is frontal attack, okay, if it is a frontal attack, then see what will happen. we will obtain this CH3 which is present over here. Yes. Now this is the hydrogen here. This will orient itself towards here CH2, CH3, and the incoming OH will be present over here. These are the enantiomers. This one, it is the dextrorotatory. It is called D positive. Yes, and D positive, see 1, 2, 3, 4. It means what it is? 4 carbon atoms are present over here, and at the second carbon OH group is present. It means butane 2 all. Butane 2 all. This is butane 2 all. Okay. And this is what? This is levorotatory negative. This is butane. This is also butane 2 all. Okay, this is also butane 2 all. These two are the enantiomers, and these both will be in the ratio of 1:1, and such mixture of two enantiomers, it is called a racemic mixture. Now see here, if you'll see here too, a carbocation is formed. The older nucleophile, it is removed from here, and now the next nucleophile, the stronger one, will attack it. This is about the SN1 mechanism. Now we will study about the SN2 mechanism. See what will happen in SN2. Here in SN1, what was happening? That first a carbocation was formed, and then after that the incoming nuclei was attached. Yes. So tertiary alkyl halides, if we are talking about, they can undergo with the SN1 mechanism very easily. But if you are talking about SN2, see SN2, actually SN2, it is written like this. It is substitution, nucleophilic substitution, and 2, it is representing that it is bimolecular. It means here, if we talk about the rate, this rate is proportional to the substrate, molar concentration of the substrate, as well as the molar concentration of the attacking nucleophile. Molar concentration of the attacking nucleophile. Okay, and these reactions are bimolecular reactions, and the order of the reaction, it is 2. So SN2 mechanism, if we are talking about, see what will happen here. Suppose we are having C, H, H, H it is, and here bromine is present. Okay, now if it is attacked by the stronger nucleophile, that is OH minus, this is the incoming nucleophile, this is the attacking nucleophile OH minus. So if according to SN2 the substitution is taking place, so what will happen here? First a transition state will be formed. In transition state, see what will happen? Carbon will remain here, hydrogen, hydrogen, hydrogen. These will remain like this. The incoming will come towards this side, and the outgoing, it is present towards the frontal side. Okay, this is the front and this is the rear side. So the incoming will try to attach itself to this carbon from this side, and this Br will be already, it is present over here only. So these both will be present in the opposite direction. When this nucleophile will attack this will orient itself towards to this carbon like this. Now see, these two bonds are shown by the dotted by dots. It means that this is not the original bond, because here see this bond is breaking. Yes, and this bond is being formed here. So what will happen, since it is the stronger one, so all the electron density, it will drift towards itself, and the permanent OH bond will be formed. What will happen here? The electron density will be drifted toward this self, and the permanent OH bond will be formed here. At the same time, if you are talking about this CBr bond, if you are talking about the C-Br bond, this bond will be broken and Br minus, it will leave this species. It will leave this species, so it will be needing energy for that. So energy for the breakage of this bond, it is supplied by this bond. When this bond is being formed here, energy is released, and that released energy is utilized by this bond, and this Br minus will be removed from here. So now what will happen after this transition state? A permanent compound will be formed, which will be like this: C H H H OH. So here see, transition state is taking place, and here if it would be a tertiary haloalkane, then big groups will be present over here, like CH3 here, CH3 here, CH3 here. So the incoming nucleophile will not get so much space, or the steric hindrance will take place here. The bulkier groups will not allow this incoming nucleophile to be attached over here, and this outgoing also attached over here. It will be difficult for that, and the structure, it will not be the stable structure. Okay, that's why here if we talk about this SN2 mechanism, the primary and secondary, they undergo substitution. Primary haloalkane and secondary haloalkane, they undergo substitution by SN2 mechanism. Okay, and tertiary by SN1 mechanism. Here what is happening here, if we are talking about this, here in SN2 mechanism, the attacking nucleophile, it attacks the substrate molecule from the rear side, and the already present the nucleophile, it leaves the species from the front side. Okay, so this will happen here, and since here both the species, the incoming and the outgoing, are both the species are present over here, that's why it is impossible for the tertiary haloalkane to undergo substitution reaction by SN2 mechanism. So this was about the stereochemical aspects, and in our next video we will study about the uses of haloalkanes and some conversion reactions also we will do. Thank you.